Hello Flickering Myth family and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ Marino and today we have a new movie review. We're going to be jumping into the new horror film, The Black Phone. You know, I bet Scott Derrickson is quite happy he separated from Marvel when making Doctor Strange 2 because it allowed him to make this impressive film. The Black Phone is one of the best horror movies I've seen all year. Actually, it might be one of the best ones I've seen in a while. There is just so many elements that work here that ground its real horror side with the supernatural elements. Two things that I thought were going to clash together came together so strongly. I've been a fan of Scott Derrickson since The Exorcism of Emily Rose, then with Sinister. Even Doctor Strange 1 had its moments, but this is Derrickson working at his best. I don't know if it was the anger from the Marvel stuff. I don't know if it was just I haven't made a straight up horror film in a while, but he came and just punched me in the face with this movie. It is backed by some, not just the directing, but a solid script with amazing acting, especially from the little ones here, and then Ethan Hawke, who is just always amazing. Wow, I am really happy I got to see this. I just usually get nervous with newer horror films, and Blumhouse, which is great usually, but can Blumhouse really make something that feels like another another defining moment for the genre? They've been here for a while, really making impactful films, but can a studio go on forever making strong bangers of horror films? Well, Jason Blum, Scott Derrickson, and the writer of this, who is Joe Hill, we will talk about that in a moment. Yeah, all of them came together and said, yeah, Blumhouse is not done scaring the pants off everyone. This is truly a terrifying film with the supernatural elements that I didn't think would work well with the reality elements. It just blends together perfectly. It's terrifying, it's haunting. Things like this movie will stick with you for a while. And it's not just the weird grabber side of it. There's some child abuse stuff that is pretty hard hitting as well. This movie just, I am, wow. I cannot believe this movie was as impressive as it was. So our film really does focus around three major characters. We have the brother and sister duo of Finn and Gwen. They are just little young brothers and sisters who go to school together, who also have to deal with a pretty abusive father who is a pretty big piece of shit. I hate the father stuff. I don't hate it. It was a bad part of the movie. It just frustrated me. Oh my god, the way he was beating one of his kids in the beginning, I was just oh my goodness, did not expect this. So yeah, we have these two characters who are just trying to deal with life in the 70s. Finn's getting bullied at school. There's a really good moment where someone sticks up for him at the beginning, but that kid goes missing, and a bunch of other kids are going missing. So, it's strange. Gwen's also having weird dreams that sometimes the investigators think that she knows more than what she does, which is one of the best scenes early on when she's like, y'all think I'm the grabber? What, why are you, interrogating me? So, yes, anyways, the characters of Finn and Gwen are separated when Finney is kidnapped by the grabber, played by Ethan Hawke, and he is sent into a soundproof basement-ish room that has just a black phone with a cord cut in it. Ethan Hawke is wearing this terrifying mask throughout the film, and he's kind of taunting Finn. He's kind of letting him know the situation, it's soundproof, you can scream. Ain't nothing's gonna happen, bro. You're stuck in here. And they kind of are stuck together for a while. And this took longer than I thought it would. I was just okay, cool. It's gonna get wrapped up in a nice little bow in maybe a day or two. And I'm just oh my goodness, I swore this kid would have been down there for years because it just fully felt like he was, there was a hopelessness there. There was a moment of I don't know how the hell he's going to get out of it. But thankfully his sister Gwen with her magical-ish powers, she has something which seems to be attached to her mother, where she's able to see things in her dreams. She's able to get these feelings, and that kind of allows the investigation to go its route as well. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but you can kind of tell the path this is going down, and it's amazing. I was really impressed with the two young actors here. I was impressed with everyone involved. There is just a level of tension every scene. These little actors, the two younger ones, we'll talk about them in a moment where I talk about the whole acting and the script and stuff like that, but I was just really impressed that they were able to keep me really invested. Even the ghost kids, I was just, again, kind of worried that that supernatural part wouldn't have been as impactful, but those ghost kids even put in a good job when they're like helping like Finn get ready and stuff, like teaching him how to fight, giving him like, okay, here's what we need to do. Those scenes were just as important. Again, a supernatural element, which isn't my favorite type of horror. I'm not really into like The Conjuring or Paranormal Activity. Once we get into the ghost world, you kind of lose me a bit. But this type of ghost story takes a haunting to a different level. It almost makes haunting a pro thing in this. I don't know, I was just really impressed with the supernatural side. As much as the grabber, that 70s like guy who's stealing kids kind of thing, very John Wayne Gacy, very, you know, like Jeffrey Dahmer, that time period where it was very prevalent. I liked that stuff a lot, and I thought that was going to be the hook. But that black phone stuff, the supernatural element, is where this movie really took off to a different level. Mason Thomas and Madeleine McGraw are the two young actors here who play Finn and Gwen respectively. Oh my goodness, Miss Madeleine McGraw, we have to watch out for her. The level of sass that she has, the level of power and emotion, the way she's able to combat these adult characters. And it's hard because little kid characters in movies like this, especially the sassy little girl, you're always just like, oh my goodness, how is she going to come off? But she came off so real, so natural. She is a damn force in this movie. I love the actor who played Finn. He had some heavy lifting to do, basically being in a room by himself or with Ghost or with Ethan Hawke. Like, there wasn't a lot of like playing he could have done around. He was really isolated, which he did a great job. But I think I'm going to walk away thinking Madeleine was truly the star of this for me. I adored her. I thought the acting was so strong. There was a Stephen King element to this because the younger actors and that weird serial killer thing, a lot of it reminded me of the work of Stephen King, and surprise, it's written by Joe Hill, or at least adapted from the work of Joe Hill, who is Stephen King's son, an author himself, teamed up with his dad. Oh my goodness, the Stephen King essence is still alive, but this version feels much different than other King work, so I really think Joe Hill's going to be offering a lot to the horror genre, teaming with Scott Derrickson, having Ethan Hawke as a lead. All of this together created a perfect storm of a film. It feels good to have a horror movie from Blumhouse, from someone in the Stephen King family, from Scott Derrickson, that really work all this well. You could have seen Scott Derrickson maybe finding his footing in the horror genre again. You know, Doctor Strange has its trippy elements, and Doctor Strange 2 definitely was supposed to lean more horror, but I know he is probably happy that he left, got to do this, and is stealing just the damn year of horror movies. Truly, there's been some good ones, some independent ones. I really liked Scream this year. Fresh on Hulu was cool. But Black Phone might be the best of the year. This movie features actors I love. It has some really good scares, a really good plot that felt oddly original, which I can't believe 2022, we're still getting original horror ideas. We love to see it. But yeah, I have to highly recommend Black Phone to everyone. If you're a horror fan, if you like thrillers, or if you just want a good scare because that's just what you're looking into, get into the Black Phone. I think people are gonna really like this. I hope this is a good box office force because I do hear that there is sequel ideas planned. You could see this still doing some damn good stuff, and I can see that grabber mask being a Halloween favorite this year. Alright everyone, what did you think of my review? What do you think of the Black Phone? I know a lot of people have had the chance to see it by now, so don't try to spoil things, but let your feelings known in the comments down below. Let's get into this because we have so much to talk about. Subscribe, thumbs up, let's get into the Black Phone down below.